Good day, plant parents. Today is a day to celebrate. That's right. I got my Hoya Krinkle 8 to bloom. Okay, this plant, these flowers are so cool looking, and aside from them being beautiful, and not too tiny, like I thought they'd be a lot smaller than this, aside from that, they smell like chocolat. That's right, they smell like chocolate. Okay, a plant blooming with pretty flowers, it smells like chocolate, that's called heaven to me, okay? If you know anything about me, you know that I love indoor plants that bloom and that have a nice fragrance. So, let me explain a couple things on how I got this to happen, because I have my Hoyas for quite some time. I had them in the same location and followed the advice of other people. Could not get these plants, any of them, to bloom. So this is a Krinkle 8. I have a bunch of Carnosas. I have Crimson Princess, Crimson Queen. I have Obovadas. I have Bella. I have Lacanosa. And some others, I just can't think of them right now. I also have a Multiflora that's getting ready to bloom, but that's another video. As soon as those little buds open, I'm gonna do a video on that. But anyway, so let's just break down this setup, okay? These were cuttings that I got. I believe it's just 2 cuttings. And I put them immediately into lava rock, okay? Lava rock worked great. You can see the root growth all throughout the rock. Really, really doing well. What I do as far as watering is I water so everything gets drenched and there's just a little reservoir. I wait for it to dry up completely and then I water again. Now, what I tried before I had the luck that I have now with these beautiful flowers, I tried listening to the advice of other people on the internet. Some people say, oh, first of all, you just gotta wait for it to get older, it's gotta grow more. This barely grew, okay? The cutting was not much bigger than what you see here when I got them. Other people say, stress them out. Don't water them, let them get dehydrated and put them under bright, bright lights because they'll stress them out and then they'll try to reproduce in order to survive. I did that with all of my Hoyas. All they did was stop. They stopped growing, they stopped doing anything, and their leaves got all dehydrated. So then I'd water them, they'd plump back up, tried it again, multiple times. Nothing, I got nothing. So, what I decided to do one day is I went back to my normal watering them, little reservoir, let it dry up completely, and then water them again. So it was more like a regular watering, but that also didn't do anything for me. But then what I started doing is daily, once or twice a day, depending, once in the morning, sometimes once in the morning and once at night, depending on if I remembered or not and how busy I was, I would start misting my Hoyas. All my Hoyas, I would mist them. Almost like a little rainstorm in the morning, a little rainstorm at night, and all of a sudden, all my plants, and this is nothing here, but all of my plants started getting so many more root bumps, and the roots starting to grow out a little bit. The plants are starting to trail all over the place. They have like a growth spurt. And then I realized, oh my goodness, there's a peduncle. This one, I noticed this peduncle before it had opened, but when it was already almost this size, just the buds were closed. And I said, where did that come from? So misting created a lot of growth spurts, trailing, and a peduncle. I also have a peduncle on my Hoya Bella. Okay, that one's getting misted as well. I have a lot of trailing growth on my Carnosa Crimson Queen, Crimson Princess. Mostly the Crimson Princess went nuts. They're trailing all over the place. My Obovada has a lot of root bumps. So I am going to continue to mist my plants because the reaction is obvious to me. They were stunted. They kind of just stalled for such a long time, trying all these different things. So I'm going to put them back in the rainforest, and I'm going to mist them regularly every day. If I can do that, possibly every single day, my plants will get a little rainstorm, sometimes twice a day if I could do it. Because if this is what the result is going to be, then okay, I'm going to do it. And the smell of chocolate, oh my goodness. If you know me, you know I love flowering plants that smell good. And this smells like a chocolat. So very excited right now. So excited that I'm having a drink, a little beer, and celebrating. Okay, I also have my multiflora that was, it had a small peduncle the last video that I had done, which was probably the first video I did. That peduncle stalled, but then I kept it on the same regimen with the water, and now that peduncle is getting ready to open. That's another video though, I'm not gonna show you here. That one's gonna be the next video, next Hoya video. And there's a third peduncle starting on that plant. But yeah, I am so excited that I found something that works for me. Some of my Hoyas I've had for years and nothing. And stressing them out just stopped them in their tracks. They didn't do anything. So if you are having trouble getting your Hoyas to bloom, and you've tried the stress situation, and you have them in bright light, like this plant is directly under LED grow lights. So if you have all those conditions and you're not getting what you want to see, give it a shot. Try misting them. Try misting them as much as you can, daily, twice a day, whatever the case may be, because all of a sudden I've seen a huge change in my plants. Okay, so that's my 2 cents. Again, just my experience. Everybody has their own methods, especially with Hoya, to get them to bloom. Very popular plants. So many people have them. A lot of experts out there. I am no expert, not when it comes to Hoya, obviously, but I did find something that works for me. So if you want to give it a shot, I say go for it. What could it hurt? If anything, they'll be hydrated. So yeah, so that's it. If you have any questions about my Hoya collection, the way that I'm growing some of them, I mean, I have a bunch of them also in some acrylic. So I have my Curtisii in acrylic, I have my Lacanosa in acrylic, I have one of my Crimson Princesses in acrylic, and they're doing great. So yeah, if you have any questions on any of that, just obviously leave a comment. If you're new to the channel, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to be notified, because I will see you in the next video.